Super Casey here, and you're listening to This Freakin' Show.
What's up, everybody? I am Travesty.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And welcome to another episode of This Freakin' Show. It is the weekly podcast with a little bit of something and a whole lot of nothing. The same weekly podcast that is brought to you by Audible.com. If you're just like me and you're a huge fan of stories and learning about history, you're just not a big fan of reading about it yourself, Audible.com is the best place for you. It's the one-stop shop for all audiobooks that are available to you. And if you go to audibletrial.com/freaknet right now, you get a 30-day free trial of Audible. On top of that, you get a credit toward your first book purchase. That's right. Around this holiday season, give yourself the gift of free audio book reading at audibletrial.com/freaknet today.
This freaking show is also brought to you by WeAreDapperTies.com. If you want a high-quality knit tie for a low price, head on over to WeAreDapperTies.com where you can pick one up for just $15. And if you use the special discount code FREAKIN, that's FREAKIN, on your order, you can even get free shipping. That's right, a high-quality knit tie, just $15 and free shipping. Head on over to WeAreDapperTies.com. Pick yourself up one today. Use the special discount code FREAKIN. Once again, that's FREAKIN.
You know what the best part about muting your microphone, Joe, when somebody else is talking?
What's that?
When you bang your knee against your own desk, you don't got to hear them yell, "Fucking idiots, God!"
That sounds about right.
That's what I get. That's what I get for allowing my dog to sit in here while I try to record, and all of a sudden he's all like, "Oh, you're doing something? I want to fucking leave." And then you go to sit down, and there you go. And I don't understand like why people fucking constantly rub the spot they hit, expecting it to go away.
Mm-hmm. I don't, it has helped. I don't understand why it helps me, but it helps me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those weird fucking things. It's like when people like fucking burn themselves and they tell you not to like run under cold water, but that's the first fucking thing you really want to do.
Yeah, right?
I don't know. But I am Travesty. My leg is fucking killing me. And we are back after taking a break for the holidays. Joe, I had a chance to see you and the missus as we went over to our parents' house for Thanksgiving as we celebrated on Saturday.
You did. It was lovely.
Yeah, but how was the holidays for you the week of on Thursday and all that?
It was fine. It was fine. We went down to my mom's place there in Lafayette, and it's the first time that I had been back to Lafayette since Christmas last year. So it was nice to visit and catch up with people. And my grandma, my mama's mom, came down from Orland, which none of us expected. So it was really nice. It was really, really good time.
Glad to hear that. Did you enjoy any part of Blackout Wednesday or Black Friday?
No. Nope.
Oh.
Did not participate in either of those things. I went home on Black Friday and I slept from like noon until like 4 in the afternoon.
Really?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I went out to breakfast. It was a good day.
I'm glad to hear that, man. I'm glad you had some fun. Last week, actually on Wednesday, I tried to put out a show and I tried to record a solo episode to at least get something out for the holidays and everything. And I got about 20 minutes into it, and then I realized this fucking sucks. Right? And it's just it didn't suck just because it did not suck because I suck at podcasting. I'm actually pretty good at it. It just sucked because there's no way to banter off of people when it comes to fucking recording the show. And go ahead.
Yeah, it's tough to banter with yourself unless you're Mr. Rogers and you have a puppet.
God, Mr. Rogers. Good old Tom Hanks.
Right?
Yeah. Or the real Mr. Rogers if people care to partaking the realism that is Mr. Rogers himself. I never realized how big of an impact on the world Mr. Rogers really was until like they started doing this whole movie thing, with Tom Hanks portraying him and everything. Because I think we kind of grew up like at the tail end of like what he really did.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, he retired like, I don't know. I'm probably wrong on the date, but it was pretty close to like 6 weeks before 9/11.
Really, it was in the 2000s, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why
Yep,
did I think it
very
was
very
mid
early,
90s?
but yeah. What's that?
I thought it was like mid 90s where he was like kind of
Mm.
calling it a career and stuff like that. I
Oh.
just, I don't know. I'm just trying to like, and it probably helps out a lot when you like fact checked and shit, like before you jump on a podcast and try to talk about it, but I wasn't really expecting to talk about Mr. Rogers at all, but to bring it
That's
up.
exactly how I feel.
Right.
Yeah,
But
2001.
okay, I just remember like like when people sit around and talk about the history and everything of like Mister Rogers, and there's an actual statue of him somewhere in the United States, and you hear the rumors about him being in the military, and the whole reason he wore sweaters is because of like the tattoos from sniping, and
Mm-hmm.
it obviously blurs the line between what's real and what's not and everything, but from remembering as a child, from a child watching his episodes and everything, it's a pretty cool idea of what he had, especially when he was sitting there competing with like Sesame Street and Barney,
Oh
Lamb
yeah.
Chop, and shit like that.
Yep.
Um, I don't know. I was always a huge fan of the little train that went to the tunnel into the weird fucking world.
Oh yeah, yeah. The land of make believe.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Guys, we're gonna dive into that freaking happened here shortly. But before we do, I want to remind all you guys that this freaking show is part of the Freaknet Studios. Freaknet Studios is a network of collaborations between three podcasts. That's this freaking show, Just Freaking Wrestling, and the Gray Area. We're the hosts of each of those shows when it comes to Sarge from the Gray Area, Travesty and Dizzle J from Just Freaking Wrestling, or Travesty and Cartoon Joe from this freaking show. We're going to come together and produce video content that we're going to release on YouTube. And probably once in a while, we are going to as well cross brand or whatever it's called between going to podcasts and stuff like that. Basically, help each other be grow as a network together. So, keep an eye out for that. I know we mentioned every single week on the show, and I know we've discussed the possibility of creating videos here shortly. Obviously, the holidays make things like that a little bit difficult, but it is going to happen soon. I promise you. So just follow us on social media. Freaknet Studios is there on Instagram and Facebook at Freaknet Studios. Make sure you follow those and like those on social media to keep in touch with what we're doing and everything moving forward.
Nice.
Yeah. I talked to Sarge a little bit. It was either yesterday or a couple days ago. He kind of reached out to me because he was a little bit freaked out. He's like, "Hey, Travesty, there's no JFW. There's no this freaking show. What's going on?" And I had to explain to him like, it's the fucking holidays, bro. People got shit to do. Busy
Right?
motherfuckers. So I had to calm him down and assure him that we are still here. We didn't just fucking vanish. We just took a week off because last week was Dizzle J's birthday. So happy birthday to Dizzle J,
Oh,
turning another
nice.
year older. Yeah. So, it's just, that's a really busy time for him because his birthday actually fell on Thanksgiving. So, he has a busy time, celebrating his birthday as well as Thanksgiving and stuff like that. He does work a busy schedule to where, he doesn't get that much time off of work. You're in the career field where you do have a lot of stuff going on, especially around the holidays. And I'm
Yep.
lazy as fuck. So really, it's just sometimes you gotta take a week off, and that's what we did. And we
Yep.
don't regret it because no matter the weeks we take off, there's always gonna be 50 episodes per season. So
Right.
yeah, it gives people an extra week to kind of catch up on the episodes that they haven't listened to yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a good way to put it. How about
Yeah.
you? I mean, you shared with me a little bit while we were at Thanksgiving at your folks, but at our folks, I should say.
Hmm.
How were your festivities? Did you do anything Wednesday or Friday?
I did a little bit. So I took the week off of work because I wanted. I wanted to take, some time away from work and everything. So I took the week of Thanksgiving off because you get 2 days off, obviously for Thanksgiving and Black Friday. So I took the 3 days to kind of get the whole week off with using like very minimum vacation days as well. Try to find
Mm-hmm.
that nice little loophole there.
For sure.
So yeah, so Blackout Wednesday really, it's not as big as it used to be for me. Like especially when I was like younger and going out and drinking with buddies and stuff like that, and having more friends around and shit during the time. It's just not there. I mean, yes, people come back into town for Thanksgiving and for the holidays and stuff like that. You can always catch up with them, but that stuff really doesn't happen too more, so much anymore when people start to fall into like their 30s and shit and realize, hey, it's really hard to wake up on a Thanksgiving day when you're out drinking all fucking Wednesday night.
Yep.
Um, but I'm trying to remember. I know I did something on Wednesday, but I don't think I really went out. I think I actually kind of stayed in and really didn't enjoy too much of a blackout Wednesday. I did go out and drink Thursday for a little bit, talked to a little bit of the neighborhood folk that were at the bar on Thursday night to kind of express my interest to become a board trustee in Piatone, as I mentioned to you a couple weeks ago. My
Nice.
plans to do that. So, I guess you call it a little campaigning. I did. Reached out to some of my constituents, if that's the proper term for it.
I think it is.
Yeah. So I did a little bit about that, and how else? What's a better way to do it than having a few drinks with a few people?
Right.
So, I mean, I went out to my father's on Thanksgiving as I do every year as a tradition. This year was the first year I got to share that Thanksgiving experience with my niece, who apparently is fucking terrified of me.
Oh
And
no.
yeah, and the only explanation I get from my sister about it is like, oh, well, she's afraid of Santa, so the bearded fat fuck is pretty scary, I guess.
Oh.
So yeah, but I mean, it was fun. She got to participate in all that and everything. I got to hang out with my brother-in-law, and obviously, brother Nick and all of them were there. So we got to sit around talking bullshit and all that stuff. Friday, I went out Black Friday shopping with mom. I didn't have to beat up any women, so it was nice for the elderly to stay in their own lanes, if you will, and not upset me like they have in previous years. There's kind of a smooth process this year as we hit Menards. We got in at 6 a.m., got out at 6:30, had breakfast. It was wonderful. Um, yeah, it was a good time. It was really relaxing. I think I slept more than I did anything during my break. I pulled out all the Christmas stuff early last week, so now my living room is festooned with boxes of Christmas shit because I didn't put it up yet.
Nice.
But it's a
Classy.
process. It's there. Like the Christmas tree box is out. I just got to pull the Christmas tree out of it. But it's gonna happen,
That's further along than I am.
right? Right. I wanted to make sure I didn't do it before Thanksgiving,
Yep.
so I made it post Thanksgiving. It just I fucking hate decorating. I'm not gonna lie. I just
I hear you.
and I love decorations. I love, I like when you're a kid and you're driving around and seeing all the decorations that the people put out and all that stuff. And it's just, I know that as soon as I put it up, within like 4 weeks, it's gonna be coming down.
Yep.
So
Yep. Well, that's why you got to adopt the full Christmas season, which is from Christmas Day until Lent begins in the middle of March or April.
that's not where I thought you were going with that, Joe. I thought
Oh,
you were,
where do you think I was going?
I thought you were suggesting that I adopt an older child to do the decorating for me.
Oh no, no, you could,
I could,
you could. Rob's,
right?
I think Rob is on the market.
Excellent, excellent. Just adopt
Shout out,
a
shout
child in
out to
his mid
Rob
twenties.
Bass.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, mid twenties, perfect.
yep.
So call him Robbie T, little
Mm-hmm.
Rob T. Oh fuck.
Probably
But
like
one
that.
one of the cool things as we wrap up the Thanksgiving season, let's talk about the Black Friday death count.
Oh,
That yeah,
what's that? I don't even think I know about that. I'm
Well,
not
Joe,
surprised.
there's a website. It's called BlackFridayDeathCount.com, where they start keeping track of all the deaths that occurred during Black Friday since 2010.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, currently the total is 12 dead, 117 injured.
That's not bad. Is that just for this year, or is that since 2010?
2010.
Oh, okay. So that's less. That's about one a year. That's not too bad.
It's not horrible. It's not horrible, Joe. It's just how they become on this list is kind of horrible. So I just want to do some
Yeah,
honorable
for
mentions
sure.
of 2018 because they don't have 2019 out. They're probably still kind of like running the numbers and stuff,
Gotcha.
which is kind of weird because I mean more people died than that in Chicago alone on just Black Friday.
Oh yeah, for sure. For
But
sure.
anyway,
Probably not out shopping though.
no, yeah, no, these are just Black Friday shopping related. So,
Right.
so 2018, one was dead, two was wounded, including a 12-year-old girl in Alabama during a mall shooting. That was pretty sad.
Yeah.
Somebody looked at somebody's woman wrong, and it sparked a mall shooting in Memphis.
Jeez.
Two people were stabbed at a Macy's in Destiny, USA.
Destiny. Oh man.
Yeah, right. An injury occurred when a man was wounded in a shooting inside a New Jersey mall at the end of Black Friday. Almost fucking made it. And then a man who was 27 years old was shot to death in a parking lot of the South Keys, Ottawa.
Say that again. Sorry, you cut out there.
Man, 27 years old,
Uh-huh.
shot to death in parking lot in South Keys, Ottawa.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Ottawa, like Canada.
I don't know. Maybe. Is there an Ottawa in the United States?
I don't know. Probably.
There's gotta be. There's a Paris in the United States. Fucking London.
What is it? West Keys?
South Keys,
South
Ottawa.
Keys.
South
South.
Keys, Ottawa, Joe. I gotta tell you though, when you look at all the numbers and everything, 2013 was probably the fucking worst. Oh dang, they got some honorable mentions down here. Man shooting on Black Friday at Walmart has apparent heart attack and dies.
Jeez.
There's a 2018 honorable mention.
My
Texas pair
goodness.
arrested for Black Friday employee murder. 2014 murder suicide at Chicago Nordstrom's.
Hmm.
Dang, man stabs co-worker at Costco.
Jeez.
Employee suicide at Zanesville. Joanne closes store for Black Friday. God dang.
God dang indeed.
Let's see.
Jeez.
Let's see. Let's see. Let me pull up the top ones. The top injury moments: 2011, off-duty police officer pepper sprays North Carolina shoppers.
Ugh.
20 injured. 2011, Los Angeles area Black Friday pepper spray attack at Walmart, injuring 20. So two different pepper spray injuries.
Wild.
2006, 10 injured in South California Black Friday mall stampede.
Classic mall stampede.
Yeah. Surprisingly, there hasn't been an occurrence where more than two people died. So I guess that's a bonus in some way.
Yeah, I mean, really. You know,
Silver
you hear about all the
lining,
things and you assume that it's just, mass murder every year, but geez, it's like sharks on the
Mhm.
Discovery Channel.
Teen returning home from Black Friday shopping falls asleep at the wheel, dies, and injures four others.
Ugh, sad.
God, man, what's it? Fight breaks out at Rome Walmart during Black Friday shopping. Two injuries. Man, the world we live in, Joe. Oh shit, yeah. So what freaking happened this week, Joe? What you got?
Oh, yeah. So this week, many years ago, I would say roughly 160 years ago, one of my favorite criminals in history was executed by the state of Virginia. And his name is John Brown. He was a really, really, I don't want to say radicalized. I'll say radicalized abolitionist.
Mm-hmm.
And he and a group of his friends and some of his sons were caught trying to rob a federal armory in Harper's Ferry, Virginia, so that they could arm slaves, so that they could basically have a slave revolt that would be hopefully successful so that they could free themselves.
Oh, wow.
And arguably, this action was part of what sparked the Civil War. But it's just an interesting thing that somebody that long ago was able to see how bad slavery was and basically say, enough of that shit. Even if it kills me, I'm going to try and help them get out of it. So here's to you, John Brown.
Here's to you, John Brown.
Also, he's got one of the craziest beard hair combos in history. He's worth looking up for that alone. Just by the way.
I will Google John Brown. It's such a generic fucking name.
I
John
know, right?
Brown, right? Not bad. I'm gonna go opposite of what you did, and probably try to lighten up the joyousness as the holiday season with mine.
That's fair. That's fair.
December 6th, 1964, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer first airs on TV. The classic television special Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer premieres on NBC. It has aired every year since, making it the longest continuously running Christmas TV special in history. The story was based on the Johnny Marks song Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, which was itself based on a poem of the same name written in 1939 by Mark's brother-in-law, Robert L. May. Mark specialized in Christmas songs, even though he was Jewish. He also wrote Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree and A Holly Jolly Christmas.
Nice. I didn't know that. I didn't know that he wrote so many songs.
I didn't know he was Jewish.
I also really didn't know he existed or what his name was.
True that. How do you feel about that Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer movie, Joe?
You know, I like it for the nostalgia. I think that when I have kids, they'll probably enjoy it, and I'll probably enjoy it like vicariously, like through them enjoying it. But I don't really like it all that much anymore. It is tough to sit through.
So you want to have your family celebrate both Christmas and Kwanzaa?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah, you just seem like a Kwanzaa kind of guy.
I like the concept. It's pretty good.
Fucking Joe, goddamn. Well, the reason I chose the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer as my This Freaking Happened for the week is because I wanted to talk a little bit about one of the things that we debate a lot about here on this freaking show, and it's in reference to fucking Die Hard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been mentioned a lot that you believe Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So does a lot of people. I'm not saying it's just you. I don't want to throw you in a bubble on your own. I'm not deserting you on your own island, but there's a lot of people that believe that Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I'm representative of a movement.
Yeah. So I did find a list of movies that at one point or another has been thrown into the category as Christmas movies, and I want to go over those. I'm just going to pick some of the more well-known ones, and we're going to discuss a little bit on if they are, if they aren't, how we feel about it. Before we dive into that, reminder to everybody that if you have yet to pick it up, your This Freaking Show merchandise, it is available on tpublic.com. If you go to tpublic.com and search TFS for This Freaking Show, you can find all the awesome designs that are available on a plethora of merchandise, such as t-shirts, hoodies, sweatshirts, what else, Joe?
Coffee mugs.
Thank you. Coffee mugs, traveler's mugs, pillows, tapestries, posters, pins, magnets, stickers. I just needed that one fucking word, Joe. And you got me there. You got me there, Joe.
So I'm here for.
Yeah. Go to tpublic.com, search TFS, check out the merchandise, check out the designs that we have, because the designs that we have are available on so many different things. TeePublic recently came out with larger sizes, which I'm really excited about, because now they go up to 5X. A majority of their shirts. I'm not sure if tank tops reach those 5X levels yet, but it's pretty damn close. So, holiday season, obviously it's getting chilly out there. People need hoodies. Buy them hoodies. Buy them a Cartoon Joe hoodie. That's available. That is available on tpublic.com just by searching TFS.
Nice.
Right? All right, Joe. I'm gonna list off some movies here,
Wonderful.
and I guess mostly, yeah. It's just you tell me if you believe it's a Christmas movie or not, because your theory on what is and what isn't is mind-boggling to me. So,
Okay.
first one I want to start out with is Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Jumanji is considered a Christmas movie because at the end of the movie, there's a Christmas party.
I could see that, but I'm going to say no.
No, it's not a
I'm,
Christmas movie. No, God no. But people believe it is because of the Christmas party um, at the end of the movie. No, but it's not. No, definitely not.
no, yeah. I could see why people would think that, but it's definitely not. There's nothing about Christmas the rest of the movie.
Yeah. Die Hard.
Yes.
No.
And
Fun fact for you before you give your reasoning. I don't want to forget this.
yeah.
There is a video out by Funny or Die. If you ever heard of that company who
Oh
makes
yeah.
movies,
Hmm.
there you remember Les Grossman from Tropic Thunder,
Yeah.
Tom Cruise's character.
Yeah.
They did a mashup of Les Grossman doing um fuck what is it called? Hostage negotiations with Hans Gruber.
All right.
Check it out.
That sounds amazing.
It's funny as fuck. But anyways, go ahead. Your reasoning.
Yeah. So it takes place at Christmas time. It involves a guy whose family is kind of falling apart because he is not around. He works too hard during the holidays
Mhm.
because he's a really good cop, and he is uh because he's also kind of an asshole. He's in the wrong place at the wrong time. He's stuck on duty fighting Hans Gruber, and he's working to get himself back to his family so that they can celebrate the holidays together. And by the end of the film, because of the actions of the film, he is able to return to his family, and they have a nice Christmas. It's almost the exact same plot as like the Santa Claus.
Okay, Joe. I'm gonna say it's not a Christmas movie. No.
I think that's fair too.
Yeah. The entire Harry Potter series.
No. What is it? Is it because it comes on during Christmas time?
Yeah, that's one of the reasons. There used to be a Harry Potter marathon around Christmas, but now ABC Family doesn't do that. We still watch the movies. There's something very Christmassy about it, and not just the Christmas scenes. There's an argument that says, like, because and I think they're probably going off the fact that because they kind of show the whole year-round school year, that they always end up with like some kind of like weird Christmassy like part of it.
That is
But
true. They do
yeah,
about
so
halfway through the movie.
but there are people who believe the entire Harry Potter series is Christmas themed movies.
Man, I hate to get controversial, get brewed up in any sort of social media storm. But here's what I say to that.
Hmm.
Okay, Zoomer.
Oh God, Joe. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. It's not a Christmas movie. Not, I mean, no, not even fucking close. No Santa. Why? How come Santa the
Right,
heck can't show up in Harry Potter? Why is that?
right. I don't know. I don't know.
Uh,
Hagrid's there.
oh yeah, there you
He's
go.
kind of like Santa.
Yeah, he doesn't even dress up as Santa at any point. They're
No, he doesn't.
no, they definitely dropped the ball in that moment.
Right, and even like if you do like the English have Father Christmas instead of Santa,
Hmm.
it's same person, different name. But Father Christmas is sort of thin and tall, like Dumbledore. Dumbledore never dresses up as Father Christmas in any of the scenes.
Right.
So,
Yeah, they definitely missed the boat on that whole thing about. I mean, because there's a belief that Santa Claus has magical powers. Why not bring that in at some point? But
right?
uh, Joe, I've never seen this movie, but that should be surprising to you. But maybe you have. The Sound of Music.
I love The Sound of Music.
Is it a Christmas movie?
I do not consider it a Christmas movie.
Mm. What's the basis of Sound of Music? Yeah, you got a quick synopsis for me on what's about?
Yeah, basically a woman quits being a nun because she doesn't have the discipline for it. So she goes to become a nanny for a very wealthy man and his, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 kids. And by the end of the movie, she falls in love with the man, and becomes basically the stepmother of the kids, and they have to escape Austria because the Nazis are coming. And so, with the help of the nuns that she was formerly a part of, they escape the country and become a touring musical family overseas.
It sounds like a very aggressive Mary Poppins.
That's a good way to put it.
Excellent. I've never seen it, so I can't put any basis on it. But what is it? What is in the movie that people refer to it as Christmassy?
I think I'd probably. I mean, there are some holiday feeling scenes in it for sure, and it is a heartwarming family film, so I could see it being popular to watch around the holidays. But if I had to pick one thing for sure, it's the "These Are a Few of My Favorite Things" song from it is often used in commercials for advertisements for products. It's the one that's the raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens one.
Oh,
There's
okay.
the one line in it is brown paper packages tied up with strings. These are a few of my favorite things.
That's one of those songs that can be creepy as fuck in the right tone of music.
Right?
It's kind of like Ring Around the Rosie.
Yes.
Like if you're fucking laying there at night and all of a sudden Alexa pops up and starts doing like Ring Around the Rosie in a very like ominous sounding tone, I'd fucking sleep with the lights on. No shame.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Gremlins, Joe.
Yes.
God damn. I wanna read the explanation this guy gives.
Yep.
The scene where Phoebe Cates describes how her father died at Christmas, getting stuck in the chimney and rotting in there for days, messed me up as a kid. So obviously, I still watch it every Christmas season.
Fantastic.
I've never seen Gremlins, so
Oh, I really like it. I don't know if it's actually really good.
tell me about Gremlins, Joe.
The dad is a businessman. He's over on some business trip, and he wanders into a novelty shop and he purchases a mogwai, which is what gremlins are before they turn into gremlins.
Gotcha.
And he brings it home and gives it to his son as a Christmas present. And then the son doesn't do a good job of caring for it, and he breaks the rules, and it gets wet, and so all of a sudden there are like 12 of them, and then they eat after midnight, which is another rule that they're not supposed to break, and so they transform from cute little mogwai that look like Furbies to gremlins, which are green, scaly monsters that fuck with electronics and stuff, and they terrorize the town, which is decorated for the holidays. And then Gizmo, the original Mogwai, who was the Christmas present, and the boy and the girl next door team up to kill all of the gremlins. And then the Chinese guy who sold the Mogwai at the beginning shows up and takes him back away.
And that's Christmas to you, huh?
Yep, classic wish fulfillment.
Okay, goddamn. Mean Girls.
No.
Oh, I agree with you. It covers the course of a year, so Halloween and spring flings are included, but the Christmas scene is particularly funny. No, it's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Groundhog Day.
No, it's a Groundhog Day movie.
It says this movie gives you Christmas spirit.
I'm suspicious.
Here's one I've seen. I'm not sure if you have. Just Friends, Ryan Reynolds.
I don't think I have seen that.
Ryan Reynolds is the fat friend who wants to tell his hot friend how much he loves her, and he gets embarrassed at a party, goes to Hollywood, comes famous, comes hot, comes back, tries to win her back, and still kind of goofs around.
Gotcha.
I love that fucking movie. Like, if there was any movie that depict my life minus the actual getting hot part growing up, this is it.
Nice.
Because if I had $1
That is a
for
good
every
movie.
hot friend that I never told I liked, I could probably afford my mortgage, Joe.
Yeah, I bet.
But I would call it a Christmas movie. I actually would. This is one that I think shouldn't be, but I would actually call it a Christmas movie because he comes back home for Christmas. So
Yeah,
majority of it is Christmas based. Yes.
that seems fair to me.
Yeah. Uh, Parent Trap? No. Fuck no.
No. Mm-mm.
I think that's it, Joe.
All
There's a
right.
couple other ones. Let me go. I'm going to run through real quick on the ones I don't think you saw. Just if you say no, we're going to pass on real quick. I just want to make sure I didn't miss any if you liked or not. Meet Me in St. Louis.
Never heard of it.
You Got Mail.
Not a Christmas movie.
The Family Stone.
I don't think I've seen it.
Stepmom.
Oh man, I would not call that a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I never heard of it. Lady and the Tramp. No.
No,
Dusk's Set. Katharine Hepburn.
never
Never
seen
heard
it.
of it. The Last Unicorn.
No.
Never heard of it.
Oh, what a great movie, but not Christmassy at all. That's a Halloween movie. It's a horror movie.
Catch Me If You Can.
I don't think so.
The Grand Budapest Hotel.
No.
While You Were Sleeping.
Maybe?
I don't know. Little Women.
No.
And I think there's one more. The Long Kiss Goodnight.
The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Samuel L. Jackson's in it. I think for that reason alone, it's not even close to being a Christmas movie.
Yeah, I've
Speaking of
never heard of it.
speaking of Samuel L. Jackson, I saw the official trailer for Black Widow came out.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks exactly like I thought the Black Widow movie was going to be.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. I am really pumped that Marvel is doing such a good job of like this is our demographic. We're going to give them cosplays they can easily do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think the Black Widow cosplay will take off like a Harley Quinn?
Oh, I could see that. I could see that. Probably not as much as Harley Quinn because I don't think she's as beloved a character. But I was thinking about David Harbour's character,
Ooh,
that like Captain Russia looking guy at the end of the trailer.
Captain Russia.
Yeah, I don't know if that's actually his name. I have no idea, but
Go with it, Joe.
yep, I am. I'm owning it.
All right.
But
All right.
yeah, seeing him stuffed in there like a sausage with casing that's too small. I could do that. I just got to grow a beard.
Fuck you, Joe. God damn it. Guys, if you don't know, our podcast is available on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Podbean just by searching This Freaking Show. And we're also available on social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at This Freaking Show as well. Joe, what are you freaking thinking about?
I am freaking thinking about. I finally watched The Princess and the Frog.
Like the Disney cartoon?
Yeah, the Disney cartoon. My wife's been hounding me for years, and it is finally on both Netflix and Disney Plus, so I no longer had any excuses.
Nice. How's your Disney Plus experience?
It's fine. Yeah, you know, my biggest problem with it is there's too much content for me to watch, so I really just watched The Mandalorian. So, which is great. I've really enjoyed The Mandalorian. I really, really like it a lot. But yeah, I'm glad that I'm not the person paying for it because I do not use it the way that I should.
Yeah. Well, even Sherry's like, she's waiting for me to ask her for the password. I'm like, I'm still working with like Netflix and stuff. You know, I got some stuff on there I want to watch. I was recommended some things on well, we talked about it on Saturday. There's some things on Amazon Prime I want to check out, and there's still some things on Netflix that's still coming out. It's like I don't need the other platform to watch shit on. And then all that bullshit with Peacock coming out and
Right? There's just too much. There's too much to watch.
what's the point of having cable anymore?
Yeah. Also, like what's the point of getting all these streaming services when you have cable? Like, I don't know. It's stressful.
It's just too much,
It's too
Joe.
much. There's just too much.
It's just too much,
No one has
Joe.
time for this. We should all unplug and just live in the woods. Be better.
Agreed. I can kind
Oof, I say. What about you? What are you freaking thinking about?
of. Well, I think I'm finally narrowing down the guest list for the Friendsgiving that we're going to do delayed from Thanksgiving, obviously, in about a couple weeks. Um, Awkward Colin's going to be there, so it's going to be my first time hanging out with Colin in a while. So it's going to be cool to see him and his girlfriend come over.
Mm-hmm.
I think the plan is for you and the missus come over if you guys are able to make it out, and
I
then
would think so.
obviously my friend Dana, who is the big reason we do Friendsgiving because she is such a huge supporter of friendship and making sure that people will still get together even during the holiday season. So, and then some a coworker from the bar and her boyfriend, as well as Dizzle J and his girlfriend are gonna be here too. So, minus Sarge. The whole group's here. Like maybe I'll see if Sarge wants to come. See if him and his missus want to come out. They could come out as well. They could sit at the
All right.
kids' table.
Why not? They can sit at the kids' table.
Well, like as it sits right now, I got 10 guests coming over for Friendsgiving, and my table only accommodates 10 people. And the thing
Sure.
is, I've never put 10 chairs around the fucking table before. So I gotta use both leaves. I gotta do this shit. I gotta buy this fucking turkey. So who knows? Maybe if I invite Sarge and his wife to come out, I'm not feeding his entire fucking family because if his entire family came over, it'd be like a goddamn soup kitchen because of the amount of mouths that he fits inside his household is amazing but ridiculous to think about. But who knows? Maybe I'll get a couple more people because I do plan on getting this huge ass turkey, and obviously people bring dishes and all that stuff, and we all just all get together. Maybe we'll play some games afterwards. I know I'm gonna get drunk on wine. I know that's my game plan.
Nice. Classic.
Yeah, yeah, that's as long as I could get my turkey and drink my wine, I'm going to be happy. And even though it's 2 weeks from now, I'm still not even 2 weeks. It's next weekend, not even this coming weekend, but next weekend. I'm so focused and excited about that. And I'm also super excited about we had this big thing that we're doing on JFW where we're going to be ranking like the top 100 superstars and so like that. And that starts this week too. So I really got to narrow down my list and get that situated. And we're actually launching something else that's pretty cool. If I haven't told you yet, Joe, but on JFW, we're going to create our own Just Freaking Wrestling Hall of Fame
Nice.
for independent wrestlers and stuff like that too. I don't know how big of a thing we're going to do for it, but we are going to create the freaking Hall of Fame for independent wrestlers in the area that retire and no longer, work the ring into business, which is weird when you think about independent wrestling because you got wrestlers who wrestle into business into like their 50s and 60s and shit like that. But we actually have 3 people who we plan on inducting for the class of 2019, and that is going to happen in January, as well as our awards ceremony that we do at the end of the year as well.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, so a lot going on. And again, I talked to Sarge. We got to plan on some things. We got some things in the you know uh, in the works, if you will. We're actually discussing maybe having another meeting here soon as we get more towards the beginning of the year, and hopefully we get all the equipment and stuff, and quite possibly making a temporary studio here at Freaknet Studios here at my house.
All right.
So there might be some plan for that. It's just if I convince Carl to help me build it, if I could build a collapsible studio, we could use my garage and we could kind of make something out of it.
Oh, nice.
So that's the plan. It's a plan. It's not in effect yet, but it's something that I really want to aim towards. We'll see.
All
Um,
right.
yeah. But hey, Joe.
Yes.
Every week our listeners could catch Cartoon Joe here on this freaking show. But if an hour of Cartoon Joe a week just isn't enough for our listeners, where can they go
If you need more Cartoon Joe, you can head on over to the Geekcast Live podcast at violentpress.com. You can also find us on Facebook, iTunes, Google Play, and Twitter by searching Geekcast Live.
Nice. Guys, we mentioned that This Freaking Show is part of Freaknet Studios, a network based on This Freaking Show, Just Freaking Wrestling, and The Gray Area. And you can catch This Freaking Show on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, and Podbean. You can find JFW Podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, and YouTube, as well as The Gray Area, that's DAGRAAREA, hosted by the Sarge, is available at thegrayarea.com, also on Google Play, iTunes, and Spotify. Make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at This Freaking Show. And of course, check out our merchandise at tpublic.com. Search it TFS. It's the only place currently where you could get your own Cartoon Joe t-shirt. His face right there on the front. And you could take Cartoon Joe everywhere with you. Maybe one day, Joe, maybe 2020, maybe we'll create like a Cartoon Joe like animal. And we'll send them out like that fucking teddy bear that people used to do in schools. Or Flat Stanley. Is that a thing? Flat Stanley, right? You mail them off to people?
Stanley. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll make a Flat Joe.
That sounds awesome.
Right? Or we'll use a fancier word than flat. What's a fancier word than flat?
Oh, I don't know.
Like a two-dimensional Joe?
Yeah, two-dimensional Joe. I like that.
Yeah, we'll call it 2DJ.
Ooh,
right?
That's good.
Let's plan that for 2020. 2DJ. We'll send them off to fucking people.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah. We'll keep that. Make that note, Joe. Note that shit. I heard some paper.
Yep.
Excellent. As always, I am Travis Lee.
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
And thank you for listening to another episode of This Freaking Show. I'm out.